Let's get into the wide receiver conversation with you, Steve, and let's start with the Heisman Trophy winner that's in this group, DeVonta Smith, and the conversation about him is his weight being a $166 and whether that automatically discounts him from being drafted in the top 10. I'd love to give you the floor on this subject matter.
You know, that's interesting, and I kind of feel bad for him, you know, because this process, until somebody actually picks him, that's the purpose of this process is to debunk and also just kind of bring forth the strengths, the weaknesses, and really with the summarization or summary of DeVonta Smith, the one thing that I'm looking at that, you know, he may not want to look at and hear that is his size. And, of course, a guy of my stature, they're going, well, how can you say size? Well, there's a difference between size and build. And I think what people are looking at is DeVonta Smith's build. And his build, when I'm talking about build, I'm talking about, you know, you look at a guy like Elijah Moore, 5'9", you know, he's 180, 190. Right, and looking at some of the things that other guys are doing, 5'9", Jalen Waddle, 5'9", 180, right, and then you're looking at some of these other guys, Nico Collins, 6'4", 215. Well, why does that all play into what's going on? Well, when you're going to draft possibly in the top 6, he can go anywhere from 1 through 6, and possibly if 6 or 7 doesn't pick him, he can drop even lower into the 15s and 20s. And here's why. What position has he played primarily in college? He's played in a position where he's moved around a lot, right? And when you move around a guy a lot, especially in college, there is a learning that you have to adapt to, a learning curve. And in that learning curve, if you're already what we call, or, you know, what adults call or parents, you know, hey, I got one kid that's light in the pants. Well, if you're playing football and you're a fist fight in a phone booth, that's what DBs and wide receivers do on that island on the outside pressed up. You got to be able to take one and give one. And when I look at his stature and I look at him, I look at his glutes down to his cankles. It ain't a lot of meat back there. It's not thick. He's fast, but what is going to happen when he's going against a Jalen Ramsey who's 6'2", 6 feet, 200-something pounds, and you 166 pounds, and a dude is 215, benching 225, 25 times, and he hits you one good time, and your little small shoulder pads come unbuckled because the only thing holding it up is sweat. That's gonna wear on you. And then over 77 plays, that over time. Now, if he plays in a Z where he's playing with a Z with the tight end, he's off the ball so they can put him in motion. But if he's in the X, stationary stand, and he has no motion to get him free, he just has to be able to beat the corner one-on-one, create his own play. Yes, he did it in college. Hooray, that's great. But that doesn't guarantee the carryover in the National Football League. And I think that's what teams are looking at. That's why teams have a legitimate question. And he has the opportunity wherever he goes. He gets, however long he gets to play, he gets a legitimate opportunity to prove all the people like myself and you and everyone else that says maybe he may have been too light at 20-something years old, which is the case. But he can grow into his body. How much, how thick, and how big he will grow into his body will ultimately be up to him and the weight and the strength of coaching staff or whatever organization he goes to. But it is a legitimate question when you're handing out a couple of millions of dollars.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.